Hey guys, Cell here, and welcome back to some more Nikke. Now, Quincy gets to her next stage, which I'm gonna skip this, because we will see the story later for Quincy when we actually liberate her. But for now, she has reached the next stage, which is stage 3. 370 over this rehabilitation. Now she needs to go to 1080. And now we can close out of Quincy. Move this over. I'm so happy to be able to do that. And now investigate the upper world. Cecile is entirely fixated on her research. Cecile? Just a moment. It's almost complete. What is? I saw how despondent you and Johann were after failing to take down Nihilister. So I gathered up some key ingredients and started rubbing some sticks together. Okay, that should do it. Come over here and have a look. And this is a heretic detector. As the name suggests, it's a device used to, well, detect heretics. If there's a heretic within the vicinity, an alarm will go off. That's pretty much it, really. The range is somewhat limited since it's the initial version. I'm sure future iterations will be more useful. How did you make this? There's a short version and a long version of the answer to that. Which do you prefer? Long. Might as well. Based on my observations, raptors are generally only capable of performing basic actions. Patrolling, fighting, and the like. Some, however, have exhibited uniquely complex movements, even following orders issued by heretics. I extracted cores from a few of those advanced raptors and inserted them into this device. It detects the wavelengths exchanged between heretics and raptors, and notifies the user when it picks up something. That's the gist of it, without getting into the technical nitty-gritty. I grab the heretic detector. The raptor core attached at the top shines brightly. One more thing. Since it's you, I figure I can let you in on a little secret. Don't entirely discount the possibility of persuading a heretic. What do you mean? It's a bit of a long shot, but if you could get through to them and convince them to come over to our side, that'd be a real boon for us. At any rate, you know more about that than just about anyone. I won't bore you with the details. If it's possible, I'll certainly try. That's the spirit. Just don't stick your neck too far out. Like I've said, your existence may be even more important to us than the heretics. Anyway, that's all I had for you. Cecile goes back to her research. Thanks, Cecile. Don't mention it. And here we go. We can now locate Nihilister. Target, name Nihilister. Surface investigation stage 1. First appearance, second surface. Unchained with use in the last encounter, her self-healing ability and combat skills have been significantly compromised. Start the investigation. Yes. After managing to suppress Nihilister, I stayed at Eden for a while and helped Cecile and Johann with their work. I heard the news. You're planning on leaving to track down Nihilister. That's right. That's a smart move. Libralio spirited her away just in the nick of time. But the nanomachines that were damaged by the Unchained probably haven't recovered yet. At the very least, it's almost certain that Nihilister's ability to self-heal has been significantly compromised, along with her offensive capabilities. That means reasoning with her. or even exterminating her for good are viable options for the time being. I'll try both options. Good. But don't overdo it. My expectations for this mission aren't exactly through the roof. Oh right, I just remembered. Johann intends to leave today in order to track down Nihilister as well. It might be a good idea for you two to team up. From what I saw last time, you both seem to get along. How about it? You willing to work together one more time? Sure, but is he willing to work with me? Your heart's in it. But with a bit of time, I could turn you into a proper commander. Johann seemed to feel the same way. There's a lot I could learn from a combined operation as well. I'm open to it. Good thinking. I'll inform Johann. Whoever finds Nihilister first will set off a signal flare. The alpha particle concentration in that area is extremely high, so communication will be spotty. Got it. You better get going. Don't want to waste any more time. Bring me back some good news. Oh, I hope I get good news. A heretic detector. It seems like it's working, but should we really put all our trust in this thing? It operates based on data gathered from previous engagements, so it can't be entirely useless. At the very least, we can use it as a divining rod. Don't even start with that pseudoscience malarkey. I'm just saying. I know the commander was really miffed that Nihilister got away last time. I'm glad there's a chance for us to have another crack at it. I have a question. When we find Nihilister, what should we say? Well, if it isn't the fire breather, get ready to have your butt handed to you. Pucker up, Buttercup. This may sting a little. I mean, that could be put into many different ways, Nail. Don't underestimate her. She may be weakened, but she's still a heretic. Commander, what's wrong? I thought I just heard something strange. Huh? Could it have been the detector? No, that's not it. That sound just now. Was that what you heard? What is that? It sounds almost mechanical, but it doesn't seem to be a rapture. It's hard to determine since we're too far away. Let's get closer. Soon after. What is this place? I can't take one step without kicking around machine parts. Could they be discarded weapons? Are they junked parts for some kind of vehicle? Should I pick it up and find out? No. I don't think that's a good idea. Some mysterious discarded machinery in the middle of nowhere. There's a high chance that they're rapture fragments or... Alright, I get the picture. You don't have to continue. What is that sound? Talk about freaky. Let's get closer. I hold my breath as all of us head towards the south. Weird. The sounds are getting louder, but there are way fewer parts on the floor. I wonder why that is. Probably just Nihilister snacking. Not sure. Whatever the reason, it's probably got something to do with what's making that sound. There it is again. Wait. There's something up ahead. There she is. While the ominous sounds continue, something becomes faintly visible. Off in the distance, amongst the disarrayed jumble of machine parts, Nihilister is attempting to restore her heavily damaged body. Vapi and Anis begin to communicate via hand signals. Should I use the signal flare? No, we're too close to the target right now. Let's create some space between us and her. Roger. I followed the both of them behind a boulder nearby. Should we keep backing up? No. Why not? The sounds just stopped. She might have not noticed us. She must have noticed us. I'll check it out. Ani pokes her head out above the boulder. This stupid hunk of junk. Ani frantically smacks the heretic detector. What was that? Why does it feel like someone is watching me? Nihilister launches a searing fireball, and the boulder we were hiding behind disintegrates. So the Uxum pests came all the way here to play. How did you know I was here? No matter. Where are the rest of you? Are they hiding somewhere like last time, lying in a way to ambush me? No. Now that I've been weakened, you fools think that you can actually take me down. If that's the case, then you are sorely mistaken. It doesn't matter how weak I am. I can still crush the three of you meatbags like the cockroaches you are. Sorry to disappoint you. Honey holds the loaded flare gun high above her head. But it's not just the three of us here. Even though I'm sure we'd be more than able to take you on. Since we've got reinforcements on deck, it'd be a shame not to use them. What? What I'm saying is that we've got backup and we're not afraid to use it. They're from Eden and they're more than capable of taking you down a peg. I see. I should have known you pests wouldn't have the guts to face me on your own. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. Before we get this whole bloody affair started, isn't there something we need to finish discussing? You know, before the jellyfish interrupted us. Wait. I can kill for you. I can still be of use to you. The Queen, I'll kill her myself. Are you saying you will assassinate the Queen? That's right. But if you're not interested and would rather duke it out, I'm more than willing to accommodate you. I also highly doubt you'll be the ones coming out on top. If you need us to save you, then you're gonna have to beg for it. What? Why should I be the one to beg? You wish to reclaim the surface, yet you don't know the true nature of the Queen's existence, how she came to be, or even where she's located. Meanwhile, know all of these things and even know how to kill her. I'm clearly the one holding all the cards here. Commander, I understand why you're tempted, but it's highly dangerous to negotiate with a heretic. If you give me the order, I'll fire the signal flare. Let's hear her out first. Wow. I actually got through to that pea-sized brain of yours, human. You may not be half bad after all. Don't think I'm doing this out of any kind of fondness toward you, but I'll fill you all in on a few things you don't know about. I've been meaning to share a few things with you for a while now. Alright then. Nihilister sits atop a pile of discarded machine parts. I'm only going to say this once, so listen carefully. Hey, alright, so we're just gonna be sitting here chatting with her. And here we go. I need to wipe out 2 times. Jesus, this is gonna cost me a lot of gems. Do I say screw it? Because again, you need 5,400 points to get her out. And wiping out twice is gonna be a pain in my ass. Hey, either way, I'll decide what I'm going to be doing. The next part of this starts at 270 points. Okay. I've spent way too many gems on this. I need to stop. But yeah, either way, complete. Okay. Since you're dying to know about the Queen so much, we can start with her. When you're dealing with something like the Queen or me, who are essentially immortal, it helps to know where they came from. From what do you think the Queen originated? A human? A Nikke? The universe! Dun, dun, dun. I mean, a Queen's original form... The Queen obviously has to be a Nikke, right? So she was obviously human before a Nikke. Your arrogance is staggering. However, you're not completely off base. The Queen started out as a Nikke. I mean... But all Nikkes technically, to some degree, originated from humans. AKA that mysterious girl that was in the hospital. I still believe that she's the Queen of the Raptures. And as we all know, the main building block for Nikke is the human brain. Exactly, so I was right. Mi Librario Indibilia Anakiro. Hey, we got some more names. Then, alright, so there's... In terms of the Queen's Guard, we had Modernia. We now have Nihilister, Librario. There's also Indibilia and Anakiro. Alright. Plenty more that you don't know about. In the Queen, we all started out as corrupted Nikkes. Through a special process of which no one understands the inner workings, we were damn it. Through a special process of which no one understands the inner workings, we were reborn. Each of us transformed into the ideal figure we envisioned in our minds. My lust for combat gave me this form. Yeah, lust. I like it. Liberario, meanwhile, longs for tranquility, and thus assumed the form of a deep-sea creature. As for the Queen, she was filled with, how should I put it, a maternal instinct. Even though using that word sounds like a sick, twisted joke to me now. Proppy and Audie's exchange a look of consternation. That process sounds eerily familiar to ordinary Nikkes. Using the brain of a human female, a body which most closely resembles her vision is constructed. That body is manufactured using an enigmatic process that defies any human understanding. Now you're telling us that heretics are made in the same way. What does it all mean? Wait, hold up. Don't think about this too much. It doesn't matter if Raptures copied human technology or the other way around. Either way, we know what needs to be done, right? So, what does any of this origin stuff have to do with us making the Queen go night-night? I mean, she mentioned Lilith, right? Wasn't Lilith the name of one of the Nikkes in the Valkyrie squad? Whatever, you know, Rapunzel, Scarlet, and Snow White squad was called. Did they ever mention someone called Lilith? I can't remember if they did. If they did, then, yeah. Huh. The Queen's main body, Lilith? Think carefully. All of us, all living things, are inexorably compelled to know more about where we came from. But unlike me and all the others, the Queen's body was not consumed entirely during the processing stage. Her body is the only one that remains somewhere on the surface. Huh. Perhaps you have heard of Lilith's body, the Queen's predecessor and the only thing she neglected to take care of during her time on the surface. Do you mean Lilith's body? Right. Some say it's buried beneath the ice. Others say it's somewhere else entirely, watched over by the Queen's guards. If you find it, and bring it to the Queen, she will instinctively be drawn by her original incarnation. This object, Lilith's body, is the key to killing her. It's the only way. Well, how does it work? Spill the beans. Sorry, I just can't seem to recall. You'll have to let your own imagination fill in the blanks. You know, there are two foolproof ways to rankle someone. One is to not finish what you're saying, and the second is... Are you not planning on telling us what we actually need to know? What can I say? I have my moments of capriciousness too. I'm sure I'll be in a better mood in, let's say, 3 days. Perhaps I'll tell you the rest then. Your ploy won't work. You're just buying time in order to recover. You're one to talk. You're the ones who intentionally came here to finish me off when I was vulnerable. No, technically I came here to chat. My only recourse is wielding the information I have. Why would I relinquish it so easily? Commander, there's no guarantee that she'll stay true to her word when the time comes. If she manages to recover fully, we may have lost our only chance to finish her off. I recommend not making any rash negotiations. Give me a break. Why are you making this so complicated? Your choices are A. Kill me, one of the several Queen's vanguards, or B. Kill the Queen herself. It's not that difficult to see which is the better decision. You have a point, however. We know for certain that we could kill you right now. The same can't be said for the Queen. Okay, I get it, okay. One day. Promise me you won't use that signal flare until sunset tomorrow. And I'll tell you everything else about how to assassinate the Queen. And not just that, I'll tell you everything that I know. Now stop hemming and hawing and accept the damn deal. You all are getting on my last nerve. If you're so opposed to finding a peaceful resolution, I'm perfectly willing to drag you all to hell with me. Okay, it's a deal. Good thinking. Just remember that if you don't keep your promise, there will be hell to pay. Your eyes. Could it be? You've got something else up your sleeve. Something more than that puny flare gun. Care to find out? You all were shriveling piles of goo when I was at my full strength. Now you're acting all tough, kicking me when I'm down. Fine, I'll admit it. I'm somewhat at fault for underestimating what I thought were insignificant insects. The perils of hubris, I suppose. At any rate, while I doubt it will be a comfortable experience for either of us, we can form an uneasy alliance for the time being. Aha. You say one day, but it's literally for me gonna be way more than a day. Oh look, 50 gems. Wait, what does green light mean? Well, either way. 540 points. I think that I started this like, what, 4 or 5 days ago? And I'm at 540 points? Jesus Christ. Also, this is so annoying. I've just been taking the 30 and 20s. I need to stop spending gems, but I want to at least see Nihilister on my main screen. I don't care if I use her or not. Mainly because, again, in order to get her freaking spare bodies, you need 20,000 union points. Because, you know, that's totally gonna happen when you need to also upgrade your freaking cubes. It's so irritating. But no, I seriously need to stop. I need to stop spending my damn gems. Oh my good lord. Next is 16 20. Oh yeah, I'm not seeing this for a while. I like how she says, give me 1 day. This is like, without spending gems, this would probably take me about a month? At least maybe 14 days? I don't know. Cause if I at least spend gems to only refresh this once, then it would probably cost me way too many gems for 1. 2, it would probably then, yeah, still be around 14 to 10 days. I'm woken up in the middle of the night. Something is pressing into my abdomen. No, not yet. Can't. I haven't even started yet. You can't escape. Nihilister. Frantically, I look around for the counters. All 3 of them are pointing their guns in my direction. Looks of terror on their faces. What happened? I was on night watch. I detected 2 calling signals coming from 4 and 11 o'clock. So Neon and Anis had left to engage the enemy. After a long, hard battle, this is what we come back to. If you weren't a coward of the year word, you'd be a cinch for Nihilister. Cowardly? I'd be a fool not to take advantage of a golden opportunity like this. Now then, human. Let's continue that conversation we were having before. With a sinister smirk, Nihilister flicks the razor-sharp point of her tail, ripping my shirt. What's hiding in here? Apparently something Chatterbox was willing to die for. Scream is loud and pop. What would screaming do? No one's nearby to hear us, as far as I know. We haven't sent the flare up. Try and break free. What's this now? You can't squirm your way out of this one, you worm. My goodness, you're so... how should I say? Pathetic. It only makes me want to crush you even harder. Nihilister violently seizes my neck. Drive the commander now. Silence. One more word and I'll snap this human's neck like a twig. I'm still waiting for an answer. Very well, if you don't feel like talking, there are other ways. I can always save time and disembowel you right here. Right now. I doubt you'll appreciate that, but at least I'll have my answer as to what's inside you. I can feel myself start to lose consciousness. I need to do something before I'm strangled to death. Try bluffing. Unchained is the only thing that I can potentially use against her. But I can't let her know about my blood. There's only one thing left to do. Pull out the gun I have hidden on me, huh? What do we have here? Just because my self-healing abilities are on the fritz, you don't actually think that pea shooter will do any damage, do you? Of course not. Oh, what then? Ah, I see. Perhaps there's a signal flare inside that chamber. You shoot it and your friends from Eden will come running, is that the idea? Goodness gracious. Just when I thought you couldn't get any more pathetic. Go on, try it if you dare. Let's see what happens first, the cavalry coming to save you or me snapping your neck. Neither, you'll die first before anything else happens. What? What kind of nonsense? Want to take a guess what's in here? Nice try. You think I'll fall for that old trick again? You kept vacillating on whether or not to use Unchained last time, even when I nearly burnt you to a crisp. That tells me that you using that Unchained was a one-time deal. Unless you found more Unchained already. Or did that vermin from Eden have some stashed away? Tell me. Now. Before I incinerate you. Okay, first, let me go. Nihilister loosens her stranglehold on my neck. So weak. And you were trying to act so toughly before. Now look at you, all I did was give your neck a little squeeze. Well, speak up. Be warned, if your reply isn't to my satisfaction, you're toast. More Unchained was hidden in Eden. I found more Unchained. Uh-huh. I mean, technically I did find more. It's just, I'm part of finding it. Is that true? As far as I knew, the only Unchained that remained was the batch in the research room. The one you used to put me in a state I'm in. Where did you come up with more Unchained? Sorry, but my memory is suddenly a bit foggy. Maybe it'll come back to me if you promise to let me live. Let me remind you of something you seem to have forgotten. You'd be wise not to test my patience. Even if that chamber is loaded with Unchained. Do you really think your reflexes can compare to mine? The moment you start to pull that trigger, I'll crush you like a... Could it be used to kill the queen? What? The Unchained. If this stuff is so important, then the decision should be easy. Kill one human commander, or kill the queen? Not wrong. Give me a break. Why are you making this so complicated? Your choices are A, kill me, or one of several of the Queen's vanguards, or B, kill the Queen herself. It's not that difficult to see which is the better decision. Ha. Ha ha. You're quite the character. A mere human, fully exposed and unequipped. Provoking a Queen's vanguard. You haven't crossed the line, you've soared well past it. If it were Liberario, she'd have ripped you apart by now. Then again, at a certain point, such astonishing levels of arrogance almost become a virtue. Challenging an enemy you know you can't defeat, being beaten down. Rising from the ashes and fighting again. You've got spunk that'll make tearing you limb from limb all the sweeter. So, Nihilister slowly backs away from me. I'll entertain your bluff for the time being. For exactly 24 hours to be precise. As I told you, even my patience has its limits. If you don't give me the information about Unchained by tomorrow, I'll make sure that you die a painful, fiery death. Uh-huh. I like how you say tomorrow, but your tomorrow will probably be about another month for me. Like, my god. Also, I wasn't expecting to do this right now. I was gonna go to sleep, but I wasn't paying attention to the number and I accidentally hit it exactly on the dot as well. So yeah, I am very, very far away from the next away part for her. Oh boy. So if I want to guesstimate how many points I'm going to be getting till now, it literally will probably be another month. And then maybe 2 more months before I actually get her. Because I'm not using gems anymore. If that ain't already obvious with how much we have right now. Hey human. Come closer. Yeah? Are you deaf? I said come here. Nihilister lassos me with her tail and yanks me close. Hey, what are you doing? You're not closing your eyes. Your body hasn't stiffened up either. This is a far cry from how you've reacted in the past. Where's this boldness coming from? It was the same yesterday as well. Are you not scared of me? Why should I be? Why? Nihilister leans towards me, puts her lips against my ear, and breathes out slowly. You feel that? This is where all my flames come from. I could liquefy you with the heat of my breath alone. Hey, I think this has gotten far enough, don't you? Keep pushing your luck and I'll shoot you where you stand. Information exchange be damned. Loosen up, I was only joking. Ever since I was given this body, hardly a day hasn't gone by without me breaking, incinerating, or otherwise destroying something. I need something to play with. Ah, one more thing. Chatterbox told me that Nikke's sticky by your side performed better than usual. Is that true? Do I lie to her? Do I not? I mean, I am the commander of choice, and the choice doesn't really matter here. In the end, because you can do both. So let's say yes. Well, what'll she do? Interesting. Perhaps you might have an effect on me as well. Yeah, so join me. After all, like I told you before, I was a Nikke once. How about it? Want to test it out? A devilish grin spreads across Nihilister's face as she pulls me closer. Strange. When I hug you tightly, there's only a slightly ticklish feeling. Perhaps I should try something more stimulating. What are you doing? Relax, I'm just toying with you. I told you I'm bored because I can't break anything. If I get stronger because of this, that'll be a nice bonus, but I'm pretty much guaranteed to at least get a modicum of joy out of it. Nihilister, are you really that curious about the effect I'll have on you? Of course I am. I've fallen to a point where meatbags who once pissed their pants at the sight of Chatterbox are now trying to make a fool out of me. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious about what their secret was. Then come with us. What? Come to humanity's side. Oh. If heretics used to be Nikke's, isn't your rightful place with us? Let me get this straight. Now that I've turned my back on humanity and defected over to the Raptures, now you want me to betray them and come back to humanity. Precisely. You want to kill the Queen anyway, and the Queen is mankind's main enemy. There's no reason you can't. Here I was hoping to have some fun, and instead you're spewing this gibberish. Human, you don't know anything about me. Why do you think I'm not satisfied with being the Queen's vanguard when all I had to do was keep my mouth shut? Instead, I run around all the place picking fights. Even if you knew what I yearn for, you could never help me fulfill it. This conversation has gone on long enough. It's not getting us anywhere. Time's almost up. Why don't we move on and start making good on our individual agreements? I'll give you information on the Queen, and you. A beam of light suddenly shoots past. A beam of light? Dorothy? Leaving a scar on Nihilister's face that slowly begins to heal. Visual confirmation on 32 Raptors, 11 o'clock. Wait, the beam went literally right past Nihilister's face. Do they already see her as an enemy? A potential threat? Negative. More en route. I'm picking up some more coming in from 2 o'clock. How? Where could they have been hiding? It's as if they were lying in wait for the perfect opportunity, too. They're going after Nihilister. Another beam passes by within an inch of Nihilister's body. What a nuisance. Why are the Raptors after you? Oh, you know, the same old story. Just like you humans struggle for power day after day in that sweatbox you call the Ark, so do all of us up on the surface vie for supreme dominance. Curse that jellyfish, she's quick. I'll give her that. Ah, crud. What was her name? I keep forgetting her name, then sometimes I remember it out of the blue for no reason. And now when I want to, I'm not gonna be able to. Oh my god, was her name Liberalio? I need to look this up real quick. This is driving me insane. Oh, thank god. Okay, I can move on now. I've been sitting here for the last like 7 minutes thinking of her name. Holy crap. They must disapprove of me fraternizing with a human for too long and getting too close. It seems they've sent some of their subordinates to keep tabs on me and, if needed, eliminate me. I'd laugh if it wasn't so infuriating. Nihilister points her weapons towards the encroaching Rapture horde. An ominous red energy begins to flow through the inside of the gun barrel, which then bursts open like a dragon's snout. I may be weakened right now, but these maggots still don't stand a chance. You're not planning on using that special skill of yours, are you? Dragon's Breath. Hey, Nihilister's battle music, alright. Are you insane? A heads up would be nice. That thing destroys anything in its path, which at this particular moment in time happens to include us. Everyone hide behind some cover. The moment we throw our bodies behind a rock wall, we're engulfed in an all too familiar wave of searing heat hot enough to melt us into a puddle. The Rapture horde cries out in agony as one after another implodes. As Nihilister battles, no massacres As Nihilister battles, no massacres the Raptures. All of us continue to hold our breath. Despite the fact she hasn't even fully recovered yet, Nihilister remains perfectly still as the Rapture's bullets pierce through her. After a while, she launches into the air, lands in the midst of the swarm, and begins stomping dozens of Raptors into pulp. Her mechanical dragon mouth opens, and the entire horizon becomes engulfed in flames. I'm at a loss for words. She took a direct hit of that unchain, yet she's still able to decimate an entire horde of Raptures. What on earth is her body made of? She claims to have gone through the same manufacturing process as we have. But there's clearly something differentiating heretics and ordinary Nikkes. What could it be? The fact that they're pilgrims? Could it be because they're mixed with Raptures? That too. She's got higher power because she's mixed with Raptures. If that's the case, there's no way we'd be able to replicate them. Even if we could, it'd probably be better not to. For now, at least the Ark isn't ready to face a threat like this. Oh gee, funny you should mention that. Especially when we know so little about it. Is it over? The battlefield is littered with the charred remains of scorched Raptures. The smell of burnt metal permeates the air. I don't see any Raptors moving. Wow, she certainly made quick work of them. It wasn't fun being on the receiving end of Dragon Breath attack, but in this situation I'd say it was worth it. Yeah, it was worth it. It feels like we've been introduced to this entirely new world of offensive capabilities after muddling along with so little for so long. Nihilister, still airborne, descends and transforms back into her Nikke form, landing directly in front of us. Yeah, baby. I can't tell you how great that felt. Busting up those junkers did me a world of good. Those things were really getting on my nerves, so I didn't show them any mercy. I hope my precious black box didn't get caught in the crossfire. If you're asking how I am, then I'm okay. Worry about yourself, you're the one who hasn't fully healed yet. That's a relief. Besides, keeping that precious cargo inside of you safe. I must admit all that teasing had me grow somewhat fond of you. However, I'm afraid it's time for us to end this little play of ours. It's unfortunate that we couldn't exchange information. Thanks to my little display of power. Those buffoons from Eden will be able to track me down easily, even without the signal flare. Forgive me if that's something I don't exactly look forward to. With that being said, I'll be off. By the way, if I succeed in capturing you again, I'll try and think of a way to dissect you without killing you. Wait. What? We can still help each other. You from the outside, me from the inside. We can work together until we kill the queen. Look, human. Perhaps all this bon homie and chit-chat made you forget. But I've already turned my back on humanity. I'm one of the queen's vanguards. A butcher who has slaughtered more humans and Nikkes than you can count. Yes, but you can think of it just working as you helping me out, not necessarily humanity out. Also, I already told you, what I yearn for is something you'll never be able to fulfill. How are you so sure? You know how I operate. I don't just want to topple the queen. Her power, the troops under her command, the influence she has over this land. I want it all. I want to deprive her of everything she has. I want to ruin her. I want to become her. A supreme, all-powerful being. On the entire surface, there will be no other like me. With such lofty goals, it stands to reason that my life will essentially be a series of long, bloody battles. You, Eden, and even Liberalia are just one step in a much longer process. Thank God I thought of her name. Because if I couldn't think of her name and then she said it, I would have been kind of annoyed. The fact I have so much further to go infuriates me. I am fire, and flames need fuel in order to burn. Will humanity provide me with that near-infinite fuel that I require? If not, I will burn the Ark to the ground without hesitation. No answer. I figured as much. No one in their right mind wants to see their birthplace engulfed in flames. Well, try not to get yourself killed. Wouldn't you want you to deny me the pleasure of besting you yet again? Nihilister flaps her mechanical dragon wings and soars into the sky, slowly becoming a red speck as she disappears into the clouds. Johan and Harriet will be here any minute. It might be smart to make sure our stories match. Now everyone listen carefully. We never spoke with Nihilister at all. All that stuff about potentially working together and making a deal, it never happened. As soon as we saw her, she went on the offensive. And we had to counterattack. We didn't have time to call for backup. At one point, there was an opening where we could fire off the flare gun. but it was knocked out of the commander's hand and fell into the lava. We had no choice but to engage in guerrilla warfare with Nihilister for the better part of a day. That actually sounds pretty believable. Of course, Johann will think we're useless.
It's fine. It feels like we're deceiving him.
At least we didn't return completely empty-handed. When it comes to the heretics and the Queen, we're now privy to information that no one in Eden or the entire Ark know about. As for Nihilister, regardless of what the final outcome ends up being, I think trying to persuade her was the right thing to do.
While waiting for Johann's arrival, I stare up into the sky, glancing at the clouds Nihilister had disappeared into. The sun is setting the sky alight in a crimson hue similar to Nihilister. She feels a million miles away. Like I can't reach her, never will. A self-defeating flame that will burn even itself out one day. Another day like today, where I could approach her, may never come again. In a way, that's what made today so special. The flame that burns the most quickly also burns the brightest. Here we go, Pilgrim! We finally got Nihilister!
人間思う存分あがくがいい全部壊してやる
Welcome home, Nihilister. It's only been, what, how many months? 2? 1.5? I honestly lost track. I just know it's been a long time since we've gotten Nihilister. Oh my god. Nihilister target investigated. No Nikke available for investigation. Huh. So then we can essentially, at that point... Yeah, the rehab center. Then I can continue to do guilty, right? She was already stage 4, so we just gotta get her, I think, one more stage? I gotta do her 2 more stages. Alright. I also gotta do these before stuff resets. Either way, we have Nihilister now, which makes me very happy. Because that took way too long. And now we have a 20-second burst to Pilgrim, which is very nice. A quick equip. Of course, we only have 1 Pilgrim piece of gear that, you know, we can actually have on it. Kinda sucks. Ah, crud. This means I'm gonna need to put another 500 down on my synchro chamber, huh? Oh boy. That's gonna suck. Either way. Burning Shot activates when attacking with full charge, affects self, gain pierce for 1 round, piercing radius increased by 50% for 1 round. Activates when hits 2 or more enemies concurrently, affects all enemies hit, deals 11.28% of final attacker's additional damage. Megiddo Flame affects enemies within attack range, deals 66.56% of final attacker's damage. And yeah, 20 seconds. Burning Scourge affects enemies within the attack range, deals 99.84% of final attacker's damage. Burn deals 7.48% of final attacker's sustained damage every 1 second for 10 seconds. And affects self max ammunition capacity increased by 3 rounds for 15 seconds. Not bad. So what exactly is final attack? Is that like the last bullet in chamber? I haven't really been paying attention to that type of stuff. Is it? I don't really recall. I'm probably gonna have to look that up. But I believe it has to do with the final bullet, maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Either way, we finally have our dragon mommy waifu that everyone calls her. It's perfect. Just perfect. It's not perfect again is the fact that I haven't spent 500 gems to get her level 200 something. Okay, what do you say, Nihilister?
つまらんのだ。何もしないんだったら食っちまうぞ。調子に乗んな。噛みついても知らねえぞ。退屈なのはごめんだ。知ってんだろ？
Me and you can agree on that part at least. I hate being bored. Okay, so is the Pilgrim Tower currently active or no? No, it is not. Well, crap. It's too powerful for the Tribe Tower. Pilgrim Tower isn't unlocked for me to, you know, try using Nihilister there. So yeah, I'm not gonna dare to put her against Altaisin. I mean, that's just a no-go right there, man. Now, I'm leaving you at base gear. I'm not leveling up your gear yet. I will, however, get you up to skills 4 on each. 2484, 24841, 25385, and 26473. Not bad. You're a sniper, I know that. So arguably, would you want the resilience cube? I don't think you have over 10 shots. So what's the charge one? Is it Onslaught? Yeah, charge damage. Swap it off Eon, and there we go. Almost 27,000. Now, let's go in the mock battle and see what happens. Because again, it's not arguably blonde. Actually, she reduces the enemy's defense. So yeah, no, blonde is a huge critical part to the team. Noir just boosts, you know, attack. So let's see if we can take everything out without a healer. This is gonna be interesting. I purely just want to see what Nihilister can do in terms of damage with what little she does have. Kinda cool. Okay, so 2.9 for not even that long of a battle. I mean, arguably not bad. Not having gear and being almost 3 million damage. I mean, it's kind of nice. Now let's retry that again and actually not do the burst to the last second. So the way we actually can damage the crap to the right fast enough. As I just said that, I let it go again. And that just killed Scarlet. Are you? Oh, come on. Fine, I'll control Modernia. How about that?
役者たちは楽園から追放するのみ。私の番だ。みんなの心心ゆくまで楽しむがよい。どんどん行くぞ。役者たちは楽園から追放するのみ。
And we just lost Nihilister. Which arguably at that point, 2,073,628 damage. I mean, at this point, with Nihilisters down, I can't really see what she can do. Okay, one more time, then I'm just gonna go and end things off. What I really should be doing is actually letting my burst go off later. I'm doing the exact same thing I did with Nero.
私の番だ。みんなの心心ゆくまで楽しむがよい。どんどん行くぞ。私の番だ。もっと飛びすぎましたね。
No, no more. Dang it.
どんどん行くぞ。もっと教えてくれたのね。もっと私の番だ。みんな殺しだ。もっと楽しませろ。私の番だ。みんなの心心ゆくまで楽しむがよい。
Madonia zone. We win. We won. The Nihilister lived. So, how much damage did she do in a full battle?
これなら幸運のウサギって言えますよね。
4.8 million. I mean, arguably she did more than Noir, who, you know, died at the beginning of the second phase. So, it's fine. Obviously, we can tell which of my 4 pilgrims currently in the team are the strongest. Can't really beat Dorothy, man. And she's a support. How exactly she's a support, I do not know. Because there are times when she can just flat out beat my Scarlet in damage. Albeit she does have 4 overload pieces of gear, meanwhile Scarlet only has 3. Same with Madonia. And Nihilister has none. No leveled up pieces of gear. So I mean, this is arguably not bad damage for nothing pretty much leveled up. Now, I definitely need to level up her gear, though, if I want to be able to do the freaking Pilgrim Tower. Which I'm stuck on, and cannot progress at all because our power is just so much under it. The fact that, and we couldn't do more than 2 bursts before we would die, because Noah is a 40-second burst, too, which really sucked. But hey, we did it. We saw what Nihilister can do in battle. Not bad. Oh wait, isn't Altason also weak to fire? Yeah, Altason's weak to fire. So that's with her elemental advantage as well. Actually, no. Yeah. I was gonna say maybe Noir does less damage because it's wind element. I don't think it goes that deep into the elemental advantages. Either way, with that, I'm going to be ending this episode of Liberation for Nihilister here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And by which we'll be guilty, because then I gotta record all of her story for when we liberate her. Because I kind of have been skipping that after I learned that you could, with Sid's, you know, story being there. So yeah, either way. Till then, I will see you guys later. On probably a Bond story.
何もせずに見てるだけかよ。ちょっと動け。
Well, that's what she says when you just leave her AFK. And don't just stand there staring at me, move. I mean, hey, at least she knows that we're looking at her. It's very nice.
好きなだけ見とけ。私をまじまじと見れる機会はそうないからね。
Okay. I literally just finished editing. But I decided to, you know, do this. Why? Because she literally just said something else. And why is that? Because I just so happened to also get her to Bond level 10. And then I was like, wait, she just said something different for waiting a minute. So she said move before when we were staring at her AFK. And now she told us to soak it all in. Alright, alright. She likes us enough now to where she doesn't mind us staring at her and we can soak in all of her beauty as we want. Cause damn does she look fine.
好きなだけ見とけ。私をまじまじと見れる機会はそうないからね。
Only chance I'm gonna get, huh? I'm pretty sure there could be a lot of scientific research, you know, material on you if people were really willing to go the extra mile. But yeah, no. It's interesting that she literally just telling us to drink it all in as much as we want now. It's very nice. So now I will see you guys later. And I'm gonna then continue to drink in, you know, all of Nihilister as much as I want.